Now, we mustn't make fun of Mrs. Dudley. She does what she agreed to do. I'm serious, I mean it. Oh, but she is annoying, I'll admit. And now I suddenly find that what I want most is more coffee. What do you say we demand it and see what happens?
You mean go right in there and just ask Mrs. Dudley?
Walk right up to her when it isn't 1 o'clock or 6 o'clock and just ask for coffee?
Yes, I think so. Luke, my boy, I've already observed that you are something of a favorite with Mrs. Dudley.
And how did you ever manage to observe anything so unlikely? Mrs. Dudley regards me with the same particular loathing she gives a cup and saucer, not in the proper places at the proper time.
Well, you are, after all, the heir to the house. Why, Mrs. Dudley must feel for you as the old family retainer feels for the young master.
You are a romantic sort, Doctor, but I can assure you that in Miss Dudley's estimation, I am lower than a dropped fork. If you're really serious about asking the old fool for something, why not send Theo or our charming Nell? They aren't afraid.
Oh, no, you don't. You can't send a helpless female in to face down Mrs. Dudley. Nell and I are here to be protected, not to man the battlements for you cowards.
Well, then you, Doctor...
Well, come now, you wouldn't think of asking me, an older man. Anyway, you know she adores you.
Dear, dear. You're willing to sacrifice me for a cup of coffee?
Yes.
Well, then do not be surprised, and I say it darkly. Do not be surprised if you lose your Luke in this cause. Perhaps Mrs. Dudley hasn't yet had her own mid-morning snack, and she is perfectly capable of a filet de Luc a la Meunière. If I do not return, I entreat you, regard your lunch with the gravest suspicion.
Lovely, Luke.
Lovely Hill House.
Lovely way to use up a morning when I should be working on my notes.
You know, I wonder, why has everything been so quiet? It's nerve-wracking, almost worse than having something happen.
Well, it's not us doing the waiting, it's the house biding its time.
Until we feel more secure, perhaps, as Luke suggested.
I wonder how long it can wait before it pounces. I'm almost tempted to write a letter to my sister, you know, having perfectly splendid time here at lovely Hill House.
You really must plan to bring the whole family next summer. We sleep under blankets every night.
The air is so bracing, particularly in the doorway of the nursery.
And you go around all the time just glad to be alive. Still alive, that is.
Well, there's something going on every minute.
And so far from the madding crowd. What is it, Doctor? Too much female leavening?
I broke my own first rule. I sent him out alone. I'd better check.
It's all right, I'm safe enough. But come into the long hallway. I found something more interesting than coffee. Do you have your flashlight?
Did you read it?
Chalk. It was written in chalk. How strange. We must copy it exactly as it is.
I already have. Help, Eleanor. Come home. I've never seen such enormous writing. It covers the entire hallway.
Please, wipe it off. It's crazy.
Crazy is the word, all right. Just take it easy. Luke will see that it's wiped off.
Of course, right away. I'll ask Mrs. Dudley.
But it's crazy. I just don't...
Just a minute. Just because your name was
That's
written.
it. It knows my name, doesn't it? It knows my name.
Stop it, will you? It could have said any of us. It knows all our names.
Did you write it? Oh, please tell me. I won't be angry at you, I promise. I just want to know that you wrote it as a joke to frighten me.
You know that none of us wrote it.
Luke, you wrote it, didn't you? When you went out.
Listen, you think I go around writing your name everywhere, scrawling Eleanor, Eleanor all over the walls? Behave yourself.
Then why me? Have I done something to attract attention more than anyone else?
I don't think so, dear. Maybe you wrote it yourself.
You think I want to see my name scribbled all over this foul house? You think I like being singled
I
out?
was asking for help, did you notice? Perhaps the spirit of the poor bedeviled companion has found a means of communication at last. It was only waiting for some drab
And maybe it was only addressed to me, because no appeal for help can get through that iron selfishness of yours.
And maybe, of course, you wrote it yourself.
Don't